How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another DaVinci Resolve editing tutorial. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to track something really simple and really easily. So for this video I'm going to be using a quick little Fall Guys clip that I just have. This doesn't have to be, a video game or even Fall Guys specifically. This works for literally any type of video that you want. So for the method we're going to be using, we're going to be in the editing tab, just because I find this to be the most effective and easiest. And we're going to be taking advantage of keyframes. This is a tiny bit tedious and time consuming, especially if you're going to be tracking something for like 10 seconds or more. This can get pretty tedious and pretty long-winded, but if you're just tracking something for a couple frames, it's really quick and easy. So what you're going to want to do first of all is come down to this tab in the bottom left and search up grid. And you're going to want to make sure you're in the OpenFX section. And then once you come down to Resolve FX Generate, there's just this simple grid. Doesn't have to be this specific one. The point is, you just want to have a grid on the video. And once you, drag it onto your clip, like I just did, this is just to help you align whatever it is you're trying to track. So let's zoom in on this clip to about, let's say, 3 times as close. And what I find really helps is if you come down just to the bottom left diagonally from your little player window, there's this button here. Just click it. Basically, it allows you to move your video just by drag clicking. Normally, you would have to manually type in the position that you want it to go to, which is extremely tedious for something like this. Much easier to just use this. So let's say we want to track this little red bean guy. You're going to want to align him. We're going to align his eyeball to this little grid. This is roughly the middle. It doesn't have to be exactly the middle. If you want to, you can count the grids and figure out the exact one. But basically, this point on the grid is where we're going to be aligning it to. And you're simply just going to want to click on this to create a keyframe. For the position, you want to keyframe the position, and then you're going to want to hit the arrow key to move forward 1 frame, and see the change is you're going to want to drag your little guy to the little points that he was at before. Again, it doesn't have to be the exact same point on his body, just close enough that it, looks clean and it looks like he's being tracked. Same thing, next frame. You're going to want to drag him so that this point matches up. Same thing. And every time you do this, you're just hitting the arrow key and lining him up. Some frames, he will be basically identical to the last one where he didn't move at all. And you can skip frames like that. And just just do generally. For this clip, he's doing a lot of very exaggerated movement, so I'm just gonna try my best to see that this clip doesn't really need a separate keyframe, so I'm just gonna leave it. This one maybe move a bit to the side, down a little bit, down a little bit, down a little bit, and yeah, that looks about right. Now once you're done, it is important, by the way, to go back to the effects tab and delete the grid. Because you obviously don't want that to be in the final product. That's just to line it up. You don't want that to actually be in your video. So as you can see, he is tracked for that brief period of time, and then he goes flying off because I didn't track him, for very long. But that is how you track something in DaVinci Resolve 17. As you can see, stays in the middle. And just to see what the clip would look like if I hadn't done that, just for fun's sake. This is what the clip would look like if I hadn't tracked him. So it's, it didn't look super obvious when I was playing it, but once you have the context of how this looked otherwise, it is pretty obvious. But yeah, that is a quick tracking method. If this video helped you out, make sure you do drop a like, as it helps me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm, and it pushes this to other people who may have the same issue. But yeah, like, subscribe, and peace out.